Large, glossy leaves, amazing variegation, and low maintenance is the perfect houseplant. The Ficus elastica belongs to the Moraceae family. Popular relatives are the fiddle leaf fig and the weeping fig. Beautiful cultivars of this plant include the ruby, tineke, and burgundy. In the plant world, it is called Ficus elastica, or more commonly called the rubber plant, rubber tree, or the rubber fig. The names refer to the milky sap that the plant produces. The rubber plant is native to Southeast Asia and Africa. The plant has wide, glossy leaves with leathery texture. It can get to about 4 to 14 inches long and 2 to 6 inches wide. The variegated leaves have mottled cream, green, pink, and red tones. The plant grows upright. Branching rarely happens naturally, so you need to prune a stem to promote branching through the nodes on the stem. You can also pinch or cut back new growth, and the plant will grow new stems below the cut. It can grow up to 6 to 10 feet tall indoors and become a proper tree of about 50 to 100 feet tall with about the same spread outdoors in the wild. Mature trees develop banyan-like aerial roots that form trunks. The rubber plant flowers are small, greenish, but it rarely blooms even in warm, tropical conditions. The plant is toxic. The milky sap can cause irritation on contact, as well as if ingested, so keep it out of reach of pets and kids. The rubber plant can be propagated by air layering or taking stem cuttings and propagating them in water or potting medium, preferably in the warmer months. Bright indirect to medium light. This is about 1 to 2 meters away from a bright window. It can handle dappled to gentle full sun on its leaves for a few hours a day once it has acclimated to this bright spot. I have seen some varieties in front yards out in full sun here in Adelaide, and they have grown into trees and they looked beautiful. The wide leaves of the rubber plant also gather dust easily, so it's best to wipe them down regularly so they get as much light as they can. The variegated rubber plants also need more light than the non-variegated varieties to maintain the stunning patterns and colors on their leaves. This plant needs a moderate amount of water. A regular watering schedule is the goal. Feel for the soil and water when the top 2 inches of the soil feels dry. It may mean roughly once a week in the warmer months and less in autumn and winter. The leaves may wilt if it is thirsty, and it may also curl after long periods of drought. A good soak will quench the thirst and the leaves will be perky again. Use fertilizer labeled for indoor or house plants. Feed during the warm growing season. Liquid fertilizer can also be sprayed onto the leaves and stems. This plant needs a well-draining soil. The rubber plant is easy to place. A simple mix of premium potting mix and some perlite is pretty effective. The plant thrives in a warm environment. It is more drought and temperature tolerant than other species, like the fiddle leaf fig, for example. It will tolerate temperature as low as 10 degrees Celsius if kept drier. With that said, you would want to avoid drastic changes in temperature, as the plant can still suffer and have delayed growth. The rubber plant needs a medium amount of humidity. Position the plant away from heaters or central heating vents, as this can reduce humidity around the plant. Watch out for aphids, mealy bugs, thrips, spider mites, and scale insects. Check the cash pods and undersides of the leaves for these pesky pests. Common signs of pests are tiny holes in the leaves, slimy and sticky residue, and yellow leaves. A regular spray of something like neem oil will help keep these pests at bay. Keep an eye out for root rot, powdery mildew, and leaf spot. Thanks for watching. I hope this guide is helpful. Let me know what you think of this new video in the comment section, and I wish you much success with your plant care. See you in the next video.